against all odds, the 49ers find a way to beat the Cardinals. They stay undefeated. They beat Arizona 16-15. They are undefeated, but I don't know if I trust them. Do you feel any different about it? They might be in a good position because they've got a really easy regular season schedule. So I think they're going to be in a good position to make the playoffs. I did not predict them to. I thought the season would be worse than it is because of the roster and the injuries. But I think they're going to probably squeak into the playoffs at this rate. They're atop the division. They're in good shape. They're also a well-coached football team. Bringing Robert Saleh back has been huge because that defense has made vast improvements. They are a far better coach defense than they were without him. Fred Warner, sometimes I think he's my favorite player in the NFL. I love him. He's affecting every single play. Just an absolute dog of a football player. I just don't know if they can be considered like a real threat or a real contender, or if this is just going to be a nice, surprising season. The injuries are inexcusable. We talked about that before, but at a certain point, you have enough injuries where you stop saying it's chance. It's like, man, what a coincidence. Every single year, the 49ers have some of the most injuries in the league. Oh, well, nothing we can do about it. I don't know how there's not a strong internal deep dive. And maybe there is. Obviously, we don't see what's going on, but I would be going in, banging the desk and like, I don't care if I fire the entire training staff, medical team, and start over. There is no, way. It's a statistical anomaly for us to have this many injuries every single season. Like, it's unforgivable at this point. Some people are going to jump on me and be like, well, they can't help it. That's where we disagree. I think they can help it. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what to do different. I'm just saying this many years, this many injuries over and over, same old story every single season. It's not a coincidence. There is something up with that, and that needs to be addressed because if you don't have the injuries, then, you're a Super Bowl contender probably even now, even with the roster deficiencies. But you're just always playing with one hand tied behind your back, it feels like. Credit to the team because they won this football game. Mac Jones played really well, put them in a position to win the game. Ricky Pearsall, starting to see what he can be because I think he's a really good wide receiver. Defense played well. It is Arizona. Cardinals are the Cardinals. They do what they always do. They pretend to be interesting for a couple months and then everybody forgets about them. But still, this is a big win because you take over the top of the division, especially with the Rams losing everything. You're in a good position considering your schedule. The one caveat, even though they have an easy schedule, I'm waiting to see how they look against the Rams. Week 1, they beat the Seahawks, but barely. It was a really close game, 17-13. Then they escaped the Saints, 26-21. This week, they escaped the Cardinals, 16-15. Winning is winning. I am not knocking that. The Saints aren't a very good football team. The Cardinals are frisky, but, who knows? I know you have a backup quarterback, but Mac Jones in Kyle Shanahan's system is a competent quarterback. You feel good. There was a reason he wanted him in the draft. He's able to run that system efficiently. Cut down on the turnovers. That's kind of his thing. But the 49ers have the Jaguars next week, and then they go to LA to take on the Rams. They go to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucs. The Jaguars, not so much, but those other two are tough games. This next stretch, these next 3 games, if they come out of those 3 games 2-1 in those 3, I would be very impressed. If after the Bucs game, they are 5-1, man, okay, they're in good shape, especially if they can really compete with the Rams. Now, we know it's going to be close because it's a divisional matchup. Divisional games are always close, but is there a clear talent discrepancy on the field? Is it something to where you feel like would rear its head in January? And is it indicative of the 49ers might not can hold up against these other teams like the Packers, the Eagles in the NFC? I think everyone in San Francisco knew this was kind of a rebuild year. This is kind of not a rebuild, but just reset, readjust, make a Super Bowl run next year because all of their players from those runs they had were aging out. They're kind of transitioning the roster. But to be 3-0 with the backup quarterback, you feel good. They've got Jaguars, Rams, Bucks, and then you got Falcons, Texans, Giants, Rams again. Pretty easy schedule. I want to see how they look against the Rams. That's really the toughest competition they've got on their schedule, Rams and Bucks. So if they hang with both of those teams and are feisty and are fighting, who knows? I don't think this is a team that can go win multiple playoff games. But if they get healthy, get Purdy back, start to get more dynamic offensively, you never know. Because that's the thing. The offense has just been kind of a struggle this year because of the injury bug. We'll see. But I did not expect them to be 3-0 at this point. Good coaching. They're a well-run franchise. This is what happens. So credit to San Francisco. They're in a good spot at the moment.